comprise the people of the state and the people of the nation from the house of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Nagaland on the commemoration of 9 years of Modi-led government in the country. The year 2023 marks 9 years of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government. These 9 years have been dedicated to bring about development which is inclusive, progressive, and sustainable. The government under Prime Minister Modi has been steadfast in its commitment of creating equity and opportunity for all citizens of this nation. Prime Minister Modi has brought the policies of development, Vikaswad, into the mainstream, making it the focal point around which political discourse and policy action now revolves. Since assuming office in 2014, Prime Minister Modi has remained firm in his resolve of keeping India first in every policy formulation and action. This resolve is eminent and evident in government's handling of both external and internal security, economic management, empowerment schemes for marginalized groups, efforts at cultural conversation, and so on. Prime Minister Modi's government has always believed in setting challenging targets and achieving them before the set deadline. This can be seen across sectors, whether it is in vaccination or vaccinating the entire eligible population in record time against COVID-19, recording the nation's highest ever exports in history in the digital revolution which is taking place across India. In achieving monumental targets for rural electrification, in building world-class infrastructure, or in providing drinking water facilities across households. In the last 9 years, there has been a paradigm shift in public service delivery and the implementation of government schemes using the JAM Trinity, that is Jan Dhan, Aadhaar, and Mobile. JAM Trinity is the key enabler of India's transformed and well-developed digital landscape. It has removed intermediaries, which we call Dalal, and permits direct transfer of benefits into an extended beneficiary's bank account. For a country to prosper, it is imperative that its infrastructure grows rapidly, and the government under Prime Minister Modi's dynamic leadership understands this. The completion of infrastructure projects that were delayed over decades, as well as starting and completing new ones, has been the cornerstone of this government's developmental approach. In stark contrast to the earlier piecemeal approach to development, the Modi government has brought in a culture of holistic development that leaves no one behind. The massive expansion of welfare coverage over the last 9 years has motivated all Indians to dream big and aspire for greater achievements. The expansive and holistic reach of development and welfare schemes has ensured irreversible empowerment for various marginalized groups, helping them become aspirational and self-reliant. The world is now realizing that development which is not sustainable is not real development and has long-term consequences for the human race. This is in line with ancient Indian philosophy, which has always valued nature and environment. Under Prime Minister Modi, India has championed environmental protection globally, emerging as a leader of the movement like environment under Prime Minister Modi's leadership. India is also committed towards preservation and promotion of its rich cultural heritage. The United Nations declared June 21 as International Yoga Day, an acknowledgement of the global recognition of Indian heritage. After first assuming elected office in 2001 as Chief Minister of Gujarat and then becoming the Prime Minister of India in 2014, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has set a new benchmark in reforms and governance, which has become a model for inclusive development, not just for India, but for many parts of the world. He has not only encouraged people to aspire, but also provided adequate government support for fulfilling their rising aspirations, so every Indian in Amrit Kal can be part of India's growth story. This is a comprehensive compendium about India's transformation under Prime Minister Modi's visionary leadership across 14 facets of policy making, ranging from infrastructure to foreign policy to social justice. These 9 years of the Modi government is the story of 9 years of serving the undeserved, empowering women, providing opportunities to the youth, and celebrating the farmer. This is the story of New India. Thank you very much.